Welcome everyone to the Hot Sauce number 188, presented live on Friday, February 24th. The Hot Sauce is the longest running news show in the EOS ecosystem and the only place where you can get all the weekly EOS news and updates in less than 25 minutes. My name is Stephane. I'm one of the co-founders of EOS Nation. We're one of the top block producers in the game, and I'm excited to be your host today. We've got great updates for you today. Got 2 weeks of updates, actually. Got Yves La Rose being selected as one of the top crypto influencers in the world. We'll be talking a bit about a new blog post called Towards a More Robust and Autonomous EOS Ecosystem. We're talking Pomelo Season 5 applications are live. We've got a lot of new initiatives being funded by the grant framework. We've got the ENF joining the Canadian Blockchain Consortium. We've got a Binance AMA that happened last week that was very successful. We'll be reviewing January programs, operations, and health report and talking about the new monthly BP call recaps. But before we get into all of that today, just want to cover a couple new things we're doing here at the Hot Sauce, including the counter that Dave on the production tables is tracking. So get in there, get in the chat, guess how many do you think I will say between now and the end of the show. You got a few minutes to get your guesses in. Whoever's closest, Price is Right rules, is gonna earn some prizes. I will try my best to not say as many as I did 2 weeks ago. I broke the 50 mark. That's way too many Hopefully I do better this time. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, let's get started. CoinTelegraph announced that Yves is the number 46 top influencer of crypto and blockchain. Congrats to Yves. And as he said on the fireside 2 weeks ago when talking about this topic, really, this represents the entire EOS community. So congrats to the entire EOS community for making waves in the last year, getting recognized by the wider crypto space, and finishing, at number 46 on the CoinTelegraph top 100 influencers in crypto and blockchain. Very cool to see. It was a surprise to Yves. It was a surprise to the ENF. It was a surprise to the EOS community. Basically, none of us knew this was coming. CoinTelegraph did this independently of anyone in the ENF or reaching out to them or anything like that. So that was a fun surprise for the ENF. They've been doing a lot of hard work. They're never surprised by the news because they work on the news for months and months. So this was nice for them to have a nice surprise about some positive EOS development. So very cool. Congrats to Yves, congrats to ENF, congrats to the EOS community. Oh, there you go. I recognize it. There's one at least. Okay, so I went through the publication here that you can see here, and I kind of scrolled down past to see who we beat out in the top crypto influencers. And we beat out Novogratz, Jack Mallers, the OKX founder, Raoul Paul, Nayib Bukele, the Central Bank of Nigeria, Adam Back, Kathy Woods, Arthur Hayes, all people who ranked lower than us in this ranking, which is awesome. We also beat out popular crypto concepts such as staking, hardware wallets, and AI. Let's do some more cheering for that. Absolutely worth it. So that was great news. One of the nice quotes from here that is highlighted, the story of the EOS community taking the power back exemplifies the new power balance created by Web3. With crypto, the people really are in control. Absolutely awesome stuff. Shout out to CoinTelegraph for ranking us as high as they did. If you want to hear more about this story, check out the fireside from 2 weeks ago. Yves shared a nice little speech on the topic. Of course, all of the links that we referenced today can be found in the show notes below for those of you who want to learn more. All right, next up, we've got a new blog article that was covered towards a more robust and autonomous EOS ecosystem. Having fun with the voice changer this week. If you guys want to hear a passionate reading of this article, I did one on the fireside this week, so you can check that out. I'm going to scroll quickly through this article. Basically kind of highlights the history of governance and tokenomics so far on EOS, kind of leading up to the MSIG that was passed a couple weeks ago. It talks about EOS governance, talks about the pre-public goods era of EOS, the DAO that hired a foundation, the DAO, that's the EOS network, the foundation, of course, the EOS network foundation, sowing the seeds of trust, a joint effort with the EOS network. Lots of information there, really well written. Shout out to Brandon from the ENF, nicely written article, the rise of the new EOS, talking about a lot of the developments that have been happening in the last 18 months, the evolution towards an autonomous ecosystem, which highlights really that new MSIG that was passed and now allows to programmatically distribute inflation issuance on the EOS network to various accounts. Before, it used to all just go to one account, it was controlled by the block producers. Now it can be directed to many accounts. Right now, it's directed to the ENF, but other projects, funding programs could be added and receive direct inflation with this new smart contract that was activated a few weeks ago, which this article kind of highlights. Really good stuff. Recommend you guys check it out if you haven't had time, or at least listen to my reading on the Fireside, which is linked right here and here as well. Of course, as always, we thank you guys for joining the Fireside Live. If you haven't guessed yet for the counter, now's the last time. Get your guesses in. We're going to lock in the guesses in just a few seconds. We appreciate it when you like, sub, reshare the content with your friends, with the community, of course. That's always great. And remember to go to bblk.io/EOS Nation all week to enter a contest to win some fun NFTs in exchange for helping us promote the show. Okay, Pomelo, crowdfunding on EOS Season 5 is live. The crowd loves Pomelo. I know a lot of you out there are Pomelo grant owners. Get in there, pomelo.io, submit your grant. Applications are open, donations open on Wednesday of this week. Here we can see some important dates, right? So applications open this week, open until March 15. The applications open 3 weeks. Donations also open 3 weeks. They start next week on Wednesday, March 1st. Make sure to get your grant application in a few days before March 1st, right? So there's a process of reviewing that the Pomelo team does to make sure that your grant is indeed a public good. Once approved, then you'll show up, on the platform, and donors will be able to donate to your grant on March 1st, which we always see a huge flood of donations that first day. And so it's important to get your grants up there early. Of course, there's lots going on this season with Pomelo. We got NFTs, we got pitch sessions, we got promotions, all sorts of stuff. Once you're approved, you can apply to the pitch sessions. There's going to be the same formats as last year. We got rapid fire pitch sessions on Twitter Spaces in English. We got our Chinese community and our Korean community hosting Pomelo pitch sessions as well for those communities. And we're also adding a new pitch session format this year, the speed dating Pomelo pitch sessions on the Fireside. So we'll be choosing one Fireside show to invite all of the grant creators to give us a 30-second pitch on their grant. So it's going to be really, really quick, speed dating style. You get 2 sentences basically to share your grant with the community on the Fireside. So stay tuned for that. We're probably going to be doing it around March 15. This will be confirmed, in the coming week. All right. And, if you want to learn more about Pomelo, the Twitter account has been very active lately. We got all sorts of great information on there. We got Pomelo astronauts information. We've got, of course, tips on how to write your grant, what is quadratic funding. All sorts of good information can be found on the Pomelo Twitter and also on the Pomelo Medium page. For those of you collecting the NFTs, check out the new airdrop counter that was released this week on harvest.pomelo.io. Shows you in how many days the astronaut airdrop is going on for those who collected the Season 4 NFTs. Here you can see your airdrop counter. I've accumulated enough NFTs to earn 5 Pomelo astronauts during the airdrop, so that's very exciting. So check that out. If you got questions, of course, reach out to us in our chats directly, wherever you can find us. We're happy to answer questions. Let me check here. I'm counting at 15. I think I'm doing better than last week. All right, let's keep it going. Lots of new grant framework initiatives are being funded this week. So we've got a few of them to review right now. EVMNS, that's the EVM Name Service, is distributed, open and extensible, multi-chain DID domain naming system built on the EOS EVM. Of course, we've probably all heard of the ENS, the EOS, the Ethereum Name Service. This is basically the EOS EVM version of that. There's a grant that was submitted, that was approved. Great. What else do we have? Peer-to-peer request for proposal update. The Antelope IO Coalition has awarded the peer-to-peer discovery RFP to a talented team from Fudan University, one of China's top institutions, in an ongoing effort to expand the talent pool working on EOS. Awesome, congratulations to that team. If you want to learn more about this specific update, Yves gave a great update this week on the Fireside. So check out the Fireside for more details on this grant and the team and how it was awarded. Another one, the Vault protocol has been approved. Vault protocol is the first single token lossless yield protocol launched by Defibox official. Users can earn yield by depositing tokens and are issued with S tokens, which can be used in other dApps for more utility. There you go. So if you want to learn more about these grants, of course, you can also go directly onto the GitHub of the grant framework of the ENF and see more details about all of these proposals. Links are, of course, in the show notes below. All right, another one, another grant framework funding that was approved, which was actually released. The news was released live on the Fireside this week. That was very cool. We got Rodrigo here that we can see from the Facings team. This is from a recent podcast that they did with the ENF, kind of explaining what their grant is all about. Their grant is very focused around NFT, open source NFT tooling for EOS and the Antelope ecosystem. Very interesting stuff. He was on the Fireside this week talking about this interview, etc. And then after that, Yves came in and announced that his team had successfully passed the first stage of the grant approval process for the next level of this grant. So Rodrigo was very happy to learn that news on the air, and so was the whole community, because the Facings team, Rob, the EOS Detroit guys, top stuff, and we're glad to see them being funded to work on EOS projects they love. Round of applause for all of our grant framework recipients from over the last week or two. Really good stuff. Really like to see all of that. Moving on to some more news, just a little quick hitter here. The EOS Network Foundation has joined the Canadian Blockchain Consortium. This organization aims to unite Canada's diverse community of business owners, developers, adopters, and those interested in exploring blockchain's transformative potential. Learn more at canadablockchain.ca. Very cool. I've heard about this organization for a while now, being Canadian myself. I know Yves has been in talks with this organization for a while. Actually, he was talking to them when Yves was back with EOS Nation, actually even before the ENF was founded. So it's great to see that this has come full circle and the ENF has joined the Blockchain Association of Canada. If you want to learn more, of course, we shared a bit more information on the Fireside earlier this week. Next up, the Binance AMA and Learn to Earn program that was launched. Very exciting. Of course, the AMA last week was very successful. Tons of people joined. There's tens of thousands of viewers on that AMA. I think the stat that was shared was that there was one question submitted every 3 seconds for the entire hour-long show. So there's a lot of questions coming in. A lot of people learned a lot about EOS, and it was really successful. And then in conjunction with that AMA, they released the Learn and Earn program. So if you are a KYC'd user of Binance, you can join this Learn to Earn program, learn about EOS, earn some EOS rewards. What's more fun than that? So definitely check that out if you're interested. The links are below to this tweet, and then you can find additional information here in the announcement, kind of learn the details of how this promotion works. Basically, another condition is that the EOS reward is only available to users who have never subscribed to a Simple Earn locked product before the date. So EOS rewards will be automatically locked in the Simple Earn product for half a year, where users can enjoy 10% APR. Why not? So that's very cool. Shout out to Binance, shout out to ENF for the great work they've been doing with Binance to get USDC listed, get the AMA, get the Learn and Earn. Lots of cool collaborations from the ENF with Binance, the biggest player in the crypto space, in my opinion. Okay, moving on to before last piece of news for the week, the Programs and Operations Health Report for January. The ENF is consistently working to improve transparency and accountability across the EOS ecosystem. The monthly Programs and Operations Health Report is just one piece of the puzzle, helping make that happen. And now we can read the January report. So I'm going to scroll through it here fairly quickly, not going to spend too much time, but just really, I like showing this stuff. The visual information is excellent. And if you're wondering the status of all of these great initiatives, projects, etc., that are being spearheaded by the ENF, these reports is the place to get that information. More than once in the community, I've seen people asking questions and other communities answering with the report, allowing those people to really get detailed information about the initiatives that interest them. So March, April 2023 release, what's coming up? We've got a bunch of stuff on Leap, on CDT, on Dune, additional components, a lot of course, technically oriented topics here. But even if you're like me and maybe you can't understand all of these technical words, you can definitely understand the color coding rating. So green, it's in progress. Everything's moving along nicely. Blue means that's complete. Yellow means there's some risk of this item being delayed or something like that. And then red means there's blocked. So we can see here for the upcoming March, April release schedule, there's nothing blocked. Beautiful. Project health scorecard. So here we can see various projects: Golang security port, performance test harness, OCI staff augmentation, Haifa DAO, EOS EVM, Leap Paralyzed Speculative, Antelope projects such as Scalability Plus's IBC, Instant Finality, Wallet Plus SDKs, Antler CDT. And then you can see again these colors representing very easily, visually at a glance, some of the status on these items. And if you're looking for more details, then of course you continue here in this document, and you will find a lot more information. For example, the Golang security port. All right, project start date, project summary, highlights and accomplishments, upcoming activities, key milestones, issues and risk. Bang, it's all in there. Next, performance test harness. Again, tons of information over and over and over. And you can see here in the top right, kind of the status scoreboard. Here you can see green, 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 green. Up here we've got one yellow for this one. For the DAO with the Haifa to create a DAO management system. Green, 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 love to see it. EOS EVM, ooh, a couple red, couple yellow in there. What's going on? Well, you can find out by reading all of this stuff. There's also a great progress bar here at the bottom with even more information and dates, etc. So really cool stuff, really great from the ENF to provide such detailed information on the status of various projects that they're working on. Here we got parallelized speculative read-only transaction execution, green, 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 beautiful. IBC, interblockchain communication, green, green, green. We love the IBC. It's live on EOS now with the UX network. A lot of people are wrapping tokens into Defibox from these other chains, and it's really, it's going as planned for the IBC, which is great to see. Instant finality coming again, yellow, yellow, green. SDK stuff, yellow, green, green, etc., etc., etc. We got some more operations metrics, some more numbers, some more contracts, RFP and grant information shared here as well. All right, and finally, the last topic of the day, the EOS Top 30 Block Producer Monthly Call Recap. So these calls is something new that the ENF is kind of spearheading, and every month they're inviting the top 30 block producers to get together on a Zoom call. This Zoom call is not public in that it's not streamed live and it's not recorded and streamed later. However, the information contained in that meeting is usually able to be shared publicly by the block producers with their communities immediately after the meeting. So here we can see a recap from the latest meeting that happened a few weeks ago on February 8th, exactly. And then we can see here, the meeting overview. We can see a list of the block producers that attended. Very interesting to see who shows up. EOS Nation in there, of course. They're ranked also by their ranking in the top 21. So you can see a lot of the top 21 showed up, and also a lot from the 21 to 30 showed up as well. There's meeting minutes talking about ENF developments, partnership developments, project updates, Q&A. And so all of the meeting, while not shared live directly with the community, is going to be shared publicly through these recaps. This particular recap took a couple weeks to get out. The ENF is hoping to do so on a quicker turnaround timetable for future meetings. So that's great. All right, that's gonna wrap it up. Oh no, 52 ums, 53 ums. I just saw it go up live. Ay, what a fail. Well, whoever guessed in the 50 range, in the 60 range, congratulations. We'll reach out to you guys and send those prizes. That's it for me for today. Thank you once again for joining us on the Hot Sauce, joining live or watching the recording, or on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever it is. We appreciate you joining. Remember, season 5 of Pomelo going live next week. Hot Sauce, of course, gets funded by Pomelo. We appreciate all of the donations from all of you from season 4. It allows us to keep going, and we are hoping to get more donations for season 5. So that's going to wrap it up for me today. Thank you for joining. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And let's go EOS.